Hi, my name is Pieter du Preez and I'm competing in paracycling in the division H1 at the Paralympics in Paris 24. For paracycling, my classification is H1, and essentially it means it's linked to the level of your injury. So basically H1s in general are roughly speaking C6 quadriplegics, and a C6 quadriplegic, which is what I am functionally, only have movement of your wrists, biceps and shoulders. So I don't have the big tricep muscle at the back, can't move my hands or fingers at all, and completely paralyzed from the chest down. And I think it's important to also mention those aren't the only things. It's not just the wheelchair and the movement that you don't have. I can't get my heart rate up, so my max heart rate is about 120, even if I go as hard as I can. So that's a big delimiter for quadriplegics versus a paraplegic. And then I also don't sweat at all. So obviously when it's really hot, I can overheat, so I need to find ways to cool myself down. And the last thing with that is that I also have quite low blood pressure. So all of those things are actually bigger impairments than just the muscles itself that you can't move. So this will be my third games. My first one was in London 2012, but there the only event for my class was the sprints in athletics, where I finished sixth in the final, which wasn't bad for a guy who's an endurance athlete. But yeah, then 2016, that's sad. I qualified and I did everything. I probably would have medaled. There was actually a 400 meters, but unfortunately I wasn't in the team. But yeah, then Tokyo, I finally raced in cycling, which is an endurance event, which is down my alley, you know. And obviously there I can go for medals because that's my thing. And yeah, I mean, look, it was a gold medal in Tokyo, so it's quite hard to say, what will I do different to do better? But I think for me, where I am in my life, I've achieved everything, often more than once. You know, 6 world championship titles, world records, world firsts in 4 different sporting disciplines. So for me, it's almost like I want to say, I want to try and enjoy it even more, because I am busy going blind. So I don't know if my eyes will carry me to any further ones. I just think I want to really enjoy that and take it all in. But I'm a racer at heart, and when I race, I go for a win. So of course, I would want to try and bring back another gold, proudly South African, you know, and hopefully, you know, make the country proud. So I'm losing my eyesight, but I was born with that. So it's a degenerative eye disease called choroideremia. So we were diagnosed with it, me and my older brother, when I was in matric. Yeah, so I mean, strangely I call it my superpower, because already from then my mindset around it was that one day I know I'm going to be completely blind, so I need to use my eyes to the best of my ability for what I need my eyes for as long as I can. So for me it was a motivator. But yeah, so you know, for me it's hard to say what I can and cannot see, but what I can tell you is I'm already like a T13. I'll already be in a blind class, which makes it quite special for me to still race and take on these guys. But there's a lot of hard work in the background where I teach myself the course. For instance, for Paris now, we were in Italy for a World Cup earlier this year, and then on the way back, I already went and videoed the race course. So you can ask me now, every little angle on that course, uphill, downhill, what kilometer it goes, sharp right, a little bit left, this, that, you know, I can tell you everything of that course. So that by the day that I race, I can basically almost, I want to say, ride that course blindly. But of course it's not just like that. There's, you know, a couple of factors that I've taught myself where to look for a certain turn if it's going from sun to shade and I can't see a thing. But it makes it harder. But yeah, you know, will I carry on with sport? There's no blind quadriplegic class, unfortunately. But like I said, you know, I've got peace with, I've achieved what I want in sports. I will always be doing sports, and I'm a guy who finds solutions to problems. I don't look at the problems and that's it. So for me, with technology these days, there's going to be ways for me to cycle, but there won't be a blind quadriplegic class. There won't be competitors like that competing. It will be for myself, and yeah, just to carry on enjoying life in my own sort of little way. You know. My wife and my son, other than a month after he was born where they didn't come with, and COVID Tokyo, since he was born, every single event they've been there when it's a big event. because they really are my A team. I mean, now he's at an age where he cycles with for maybe the first hour, hour and a half, and my wife goes running, but they still have to sit and wait there for me to finish my session. So there's a lot of sacrifice, especially from them. So yeah, you know, I will not be able to describe it in the right way to give it justice of how much they mean part of this team. You know, I think people often think, yes, I'm this big inspiration, but when they see the team effort and see the things my wife and my son do, and if they understand the sacrifices, I think they're a much bigger inspiration and a true show of real team effort. It's not a one-man show, you know, so, and that's truly special. So yeah, you know, I can't say thanks enough for them.